You are listening to the Self-Trust Solution Podcast with Dawn Leday, episode number 43. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about procrastination and transforming it through self-trust. This episode is great for anyone who identifies as a procrastinator or finds themselves in a cycle of procrastination and judgment. We're going to challenge the misconception that procrastination is mere laziness or inability. We're going to shift from judgment to curiosity, exploring the root causes behind procrastination. And finally, we'll identify the 3 gaps that serve as gateways to understanding and resolution. No matter where you lie in your level of self-trust, there are 5 self-trust secrets you can start practicing to create more goal success. Get your free download today and learn the 5 simple secrets for harnessing self-trust to supercharge your goal success. Say goodbye to self-doubt and confusion and discover the keys to reigniting your passion for your goals. Grab your copy now at theselftrustcoach.com/5 secrets. You often hear people talk about how they were procrastinating on something or you're procrastinating on something. And generally, we've accepted it as this terminology to describe when we're not doing something, maybe because we're unable or lazy. And today I want to challenge that misconception because the truth is that there are often times where we don't do something and we don't follow it with this label of procrastination. So, what I'd like to offer you is that procrastination is actually a judgment. And it looks different with self-trust. Because without self-trust, procrastination is used as an excuse to justify why you aren't doing something, or as a judgment on yourself for not doing something. But what if you don't need an excuse? What if you never have to judge your inactions, what you're not doing? Now, what we've been fed by society, our own circles of influence, even our own brains, is that if we don't have an excuse for not doing something, if we don't judge it, then we'll never do it. We won't jump into action. We'll never get anything done. But it's entirely and completely untrue. In fact, it is in the excuse making and the judgment that we create more distance between ourselves and our goals, more separation from our true and trusted selves. So, what if you didn't have to put a label on not doing something? What if you trusted that there's a reason, and that reason is something you can explore and address? Imagine coming at not doing something with curiosity and interest, with compassion and understanding versus shame and criticism and disapproval and judgment. Beautiful opportunities can happen in the midst of what we often call procrastination. But when we focus on what we're not doing with judgment and that we should be doing, and we place shame on ourselves, we often miss out on what's working and what is presenting in the form of windows opening and paths illuminating. It's like focusing on the 5 emails you haven't sent yet and ignoring the 6 new clients and the 24-hour cold you had that you've been working with. Without judgment, procrastination is an invitation to check in. It's an invitation to grow in self-trust, compassion, understanding that actually fuels progress. Contrary to popular belief, being in close connection and trusting yourself and coming at your own experience with compassion and understanding does not fuel laziness or complacency. So, what does curiosity in the place of judgment look like? It means taking an honest look at why you aren't doing what you are judging as procrastinating. Why don't you want to do it? Really get curious, because the best news is there are likely only three reasons. You either have a skill gap, a knowledge gap, or a belief gap. And the defining of them is pretty simple. If it is a skill gap, it's a task that maybe you've never done before, with something we haven't mastered yet. So the answer lies in practice, seeking guidance or mentorship to enhance both our abilities and our work in that area. Knowledge gaps, on the other hand, suggest a need for learning. So whether this is through formal education, self-study, or collaboration with others, knowledge gaps are identified and then filled based on your unique learning style. What works best for you? Is reading better for you? Is listening better for you? Is practicing while you learn better for you? Maybe you're knocking out a skill and a knowledge gap at the same time. Now, belief gaps are a little bit trickier because they often manifest as irrational fears or avoidance. So, identifying the beliefs that are creating this fear, that are leading to the avoidance, is essential. You may recognize them again as the fear, or you may see them present as saying, I don't know, or I don't want to, masking deeper uncertainties that could actually be addressed. So, reframing procrastination as an opportunity for introspection and growth can pave the way for both enhanced self trust, more connection to yourself, and more connection towards moving forward on your goal. By understanding the root causes behind your inaction, you gain clarity on what steps to take. Procrastination is not a condemnation. It's a guide signaling areas in our lives that deserve attention and understanding. What will you take away from this episode? My goal is for you to rethink how you approach procrastination. Shift from judgment to curiosity. Shift from using procrastination, the label of procrastination, as an excuse, to being curious about why you don't want to do it. Use it as an opportunity for self-discovery. Use it to identify the root cause. Is the reason you don't want to do it because there's a skill gap or a knowledge gap or perhaps a belief gap? Because identifying where this lies paves the way for resolution. Finally, I'm inviting you to embrace self-trust as always. Understand that procrastination can be a catalyst for progress and not a hindrance. Thank you for joining me today on the Self-Trust Solution podcast. If you loved this episode, don't forget to leave me a review. This helps me reach new listeners, continue to create content, and brings me joy in my mission to serve. Join us next week for episode number 44. Thanks for tuning in and have a trust-filled week. Are you ready to achieve your goals without the pain of doubt, fear, and worry? Join the Self-Trust Lab, where we're re-engineering your self-trust for massive achievement. Don't miss out on this exciting new way to achieve your goals. Your best self is yet to come. Join us at theselftrustcoach.com/the Self-Trust Lab. See you inside.